Hello and welcome to a video at Excel with Mr. Majola. We are doing a national exam paper for September 2020. In 2020 we only had one semester which ended in September, whereby all final exams for NATED subjects were written in September. That is why we have this paper as September 2020, not as June, not as December, because of that. So now we are doing an Excel question, and instruction number 1, they're asking us or telling us or instructing us to create a spreadsheet on the next page, which is this one. I've already started creating the spreadsheet alone without you guys, so that I could save time. And the instruction continues to read. They want us to insert a header with our exam number on the left and the question number on the right. The font and the font size must be the same as that of the document or of the spreadsheet. So whatever fonts and font size that you decide to use on the spreadsheet should be the same font and font size that will appear in your header as an exam number or a question number. And then they tell us not to insert the row and column headings. It was only inserted to indicate the correct cells that must be used. You'll be penalized for using the incorrect cells. I will be mispronouncing a few words. I just said coffee, so sugar is getting the better of me. So what they basically mean here is that if we are printing our spreadsheet, they do not want to see the 1, 2, 3 up to 20s, the ABC up to ends, or whatever that you may have a spreadsheet running across. So when you print, you must print without the row and column headings, which are your ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s. That's what they mean on that instruction. Okay, going back, they tell us to insert horizontal and vertical lines with the method that you are familiar with. So on the video that I posted earlier on, titled The Basics of Excel, I did mention to you that how we are going to be inserting our vertical and horizontal lines, or which sometimes we refer to as borders, will depend on the nature or in the instruction of the question. So looking at the spreadsheet here, you will see that our horizontal and vertical lines are not on all the grid lines of the spreadsheet, but they are going around it. They're not everywhere, they're just going around the spreadsheet. So by the virtue of this, I think we all agree that we'll be using outside borders, not inside borders. But like I indicated earlier on, some of you would want to draw the borderlines. It's fine, it's entirely up to you, but I truly feel like it's too time consuming and you do not have much time to actually waste on Excel. If your paper is for 180 marks and you have 180 minutes to write the paper, then that basically means that you have 1 minute to perform each and every instruction in the question paper in order for you to be able to finish the paper and get your marks. So if you spend too much time doing something for a mark, it's actually not worth it, because you can lose so many marks in pursuit of 1 mark. Okay, so I'm going to be inserting the border lines now, vertically and horizontally. I'll just allow you to look, sorry, I wasn't supposed to show you that. I'll just allow you to look at the spreadsheet one more time, and I do have it open on my cell phone here, so I'll be inserting those border lines. So going on to here, we have rows 9 up to 11. I'll go here and then I'll just say outside borders, and then I'll highlight going down like that to say outside borders. Okay, in fact I should highlight down up to 25 because I'm still going to insert a few things. Okay, let's see. Okay, up to 20 for now. Up to 20. Up to 20. Don't mind me, sometimes I may be meditating and speaking alone as I'm reading the instructions, but what's more important is for you to watch what I'm doing. And you may notice that my date formats are a bit different from those on the question paper. Let me do that. It's because of how my computer is set up. Unfortunately, I do not have the leisure to just change the settings because I do not have the administrator rights to do that. So I will just continue with the date formats that I have active here because I do not have the leisure or the rights to change them. Okay. So, what else do I add? There seems to be a borderline going like that. This is just a bit confusing. Yeah. So, looking at the spreadsheet, looking at the spreadsheet, this is the spreadsheet, right? And then this is my spreadsheet. Okay. So, yeah. And let's get on with it. The instruction continues to say adjust the column width to fit the spreadsheet on one A4 page. You'll get penalized a mark if you have something that belongs in column G going over to column H, because that would mean that you did not open your column widths appropriately or correctly. Okay, it is very, very important to ensure that you do open up your columns so as to make sure that everything that belongs in the particular column fits. Okay, per person should not be cut in between. Per person should not cross over to the next column. It should fit in column G. The same applies for what belongs to column H. It should fit in column H, because remember, each and every instruction that is given to you has a mark. Okay, so I'll not be teaching you how to insert your footers and your headers. You should know that by now. Maybe I may want, because we didn't have a specific instruction that told us to use a certain font and font type, but I prefer having my spreadsheet in Arial. 11 is fine, between 11 and 12 it's fine. And then I also open, you see capacity has been cut, so I may want to open that up a bit. Apartment code has been cut as well. Number of persons, the F is not appearing here, I want to open that up as well. Amount is a bit squeezed in there. Do I have all my work clear now? I think so. So I'd like to believe that according to the instructions, which tells me that this is for 16 marks, by what I've done here, I do have the 16 marks in my pocket already. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to print this according to the instructions. Instruction number 7 says print the spreadsheet and place the printout in your exam folder. So I may now print my spreadsheet as how you normally do print. Let me change this to landscape orientation, and then this is how my spreadsheet would look in a printout, of which I do believe it looks similar to what I have on the question paper. Let's just take a look at it. Yes, this is how it should look on the question paper. I just realized that my borders here were supposed to go from row number 6 to row number 8, but I put mine between row number 7 and 8. So what I can now do is I can just say here no border, so as to remove the borders, and I may still apply my outside borders from 6 to 8. That is how you correct a mistake. If you've made a mistake, you can either undo if you haven't done much, or you can just remove your borders like that. If you had drawn your borders, which is the other option, you would have used an eraser to get rid of the borders. Okay, so now if I print, this is how it should look, which is very, very similar to what I have here. That is your goal. You want to get something very similar to the question paper in order for you to score the 16 marks. Okay, and then you print and place this in your exam folder, and then we now go to question B.